guys already know what it is. It's time to eat because food is life. If you guys think food is life, let me know below. What is the best pre-workout meal? Rashawn and I are about to hit the gym. We're here at the Poverty Size Mall here in Kelowna, and we're gonna get some Edo. That's what we used to get back in the day. It was inspired from our last pre-workout meal last time, so gotta mess it up.
Let's get it.
Gotta mess it up. You guys already know what it is. We got Edo, chicken teriyaki with the veg and rice. You know my Asian ass loves rice, definitely a staple. Rashawn and I were just talking and we were wondering who is going to the Olympia. We're talking about it. I was there last year with Farmer Freak. I know they're not going to be going this year, but I just want to be able to kick it and just hang with the fam. So I think it would be a good time. So let me know who's going down if you guys are going to be there or thinking about it.
Styling, no. Dissing, but got pictures with me smiling, no. All the things you need, you still want problems.
So as you guys know, Rashawn and I are collabing. He's doing a lot of the business back-end stuff, helping me out with the clothing brand I'm dropping. So I have two brands coming out for you guys that don't know. I have the Team Lifts brand. That's more about the more fitness aspect, the people supporting me personally, like the Patty Lifts, Team Lifts side. But I wanted to be more connecting to you. That's why I didn't want to make it Patty Lifts. I wanted to make it that we're a team, we're doing this together, and we're just trying to uplift each other. You guys know I'm always about positive vibes, good vibes, and that's what I wanted to be about. The other side of things is we're coming out with another brand, and that's called Limitless. It's more of a lifestyle brand, but I want to spread the message that don't put a potential on your life. This is more of like a career thing, because when I got into this, I would never even imagine where I am at today, and I don't want you guys putting a limit on your life. I want you to reach your potential, reach your best, and shoot for the stars, like shoot for the sky. I know it's like kind of cliche, but I truly believe in it, and it really shaped the person I am today, and I feel like I can positively impact people that way as well. So it's not just the name, it's more about trying to build that community, build that team, you know, that team effort. I'm always playing sports. I play on football, basketball, you know. I want to have that camaraderie and that feeling again. The samples are actually ordered, that's why I said that, and I'm stoked to get them in, so they're coming up. I'm gonna share a little bit of how the business works. When you come out with a brand, personally, I believe you want to come out with the best products possible. Like when I wanted to become a coach, I literally wanted to be the best. I looked up at all the top coaches, I looked up all the signs. I wanted to make sure I had answers for everything, and I held myself at the top level possible. And I feel like it definitely has paid off in the long run because I'm in it for longevity. I want to provide a quality product where just the brand speaks for itself. And then I'm doing the same thing with this clothing brand where I actually got samples from a manufacturer where we're custom making the material, we're custom fitting it, we have this custom cuts, and we're looking at all the fine details. And that's where I have Rashawn a second eye where we can test the clothing and make sure it's at the top standard. That's how I like to run everything I do business-wise, but there's also a marketing aspect. So I want to make sure I'm finding affiliates, so brand ambassadors, athletes, for what we're trying to build. I'm looking into more Facebook ads, digital paid marketing, and I'm new to that. I know I'm not the best business person. I'm more of a science nerd growing up. So I'm always trying to learn. I'm trying to be a sponge and take in everything that I can. I'm just really excited for this because I know it's gonna be a quality product. Like I'm an athlete myself. I know how to connect with other athletes. I know what athletes like in the gym, and I do feel like my fashion is all right. But then I got Rashawn, so you know he got my back and tell me what's hot. The main top of the video, guys, I'm gonna show you guys how I set up my bench press, and the setup is crucial. And I'm gonna go over some more advanced tips. I'm taking your guys' critiques. I literally read every single comment, and I appreciate all of them. Negative, positive, I'm gonna take it all as constructive criticism. So we're gonna go over some advanced bench tips. First, I gotta take some Muscle Freak, and then I'm gonna take some citrulline malate, and then I'll see you guys at the gym. The movers still didn't come yet, so it's almost been like a month since my stuff has been shipped, so I don't have no furniture. And I put in a complaint. I swear I was angry, and I asked to talk to the manager.
You talk to him?
Yeah, I try to keep it positive. I mean, like as a customer, I feel like the service isn't being fulfilled at the top quality, for things being delayed multiple times. I find that when you connect to people in a positive way, when you have an issue, they're more likely to help out, because I'm not mad at that person specifically. I'm just like trying to tell the truth on how I feel I'm treated for something I paid for. And I expect the same thing. If someone didn't like my coaching or if someone didn't like my product, I want you guys to tell me. The same thing goes with the comments. You guys leave me comments and I take them to heart, and that's why I'm making this video, because you guys felt like the bench press tips weren't good enough. I'm gonna throw you guys some bench press tips, more advanced ones, you know? So I'm listening and I appreciate you guys. So got you. Cheers. Cheers. I already know I transitioned to the gym, but now we're going to the gym. Alright, it's my favorite time of day, maybe other than eating. Time to give you guys these tips here. I'm currently on the bench press, and the number one thing we gotta do is the setup. Before you even start benching, before you do anything at all, you wanna make sure your setup is perfect. And honestly guys, if I don't set up properly, my bench can change my 1 rep max different between like 50 to 100 pounds. So setup is really key. I'm gonna take you guys through my setup. Generally 2 ways to do it. It's either top down or bottom up. And I like to start with setting my head first. So I'm gonna be laying my head down, and a good guideline is having my eyes underneath of the bar. From there, I'm gonna retract my shoulder blades, so squeeze a pencil behind my back, depress my shoulder blades. So push them down towards my hips. Back and down, that's how I like to think of that cue. And then what I'm gonna do is bring my feet as far back possible towards my head while keeping my heels flat on the floor, and then pressing into the ground, and that's called leg drive. And what I'm gonna do here is focus on pressing my mid back into the bench. You wanna stay really tight, and one little thing here guys is you want to avoid lifting your butt off the bench. That's gonna create a shearing force on your spine, and that's a little bit dangerous, or it can be very dangerous and you get injured. So we wanna avoid that. 3 contacts is your head, your shoulder blades, and your butt. And then on the ground, you wanna make sure your feet are flat on the ground, and that's powerlifting form. So leading into the setup of my bench press, I need to make sure I'm getting a good grip on the bar. So there's knurlings on the bar, and I use that as a guideline. Generally, I start off with using my index fingers, but I like to have a wider grip to reduce the range of motion so I can get more weight up and in theory get more volume over time. You'll be able to use more chest in the motion. If you go really close, you use a lot of your triceps. With that, you wanna make sure you're having a consistent bar path. So when you're benching, you don't wanna go straight up and down, but you wanna use your chest as a guideline that you're gonna be using to go straight up and down. You don't wanna go over your shoulder blades, you don't wanna go over your neck. You wanna make sure you're benching it above your chest area. And what you're gonna be doing is going up and back. So it almost looks like a J. After you have your setup down, and then after you have consistent bar path, a lot of people lose tightness. And here you're gonna lose a lot of power. The motion isn't going to be efficient, and you'll be wasting a lot of energy. So there's one thing I'd like to do before I give myself a lift off and start the motion, is one cue I actually got from my good friend Jeff Nippard, is I take my elbows and I pull them forward one by one to ensure that my shoulder blades are retracted and depressed. So back and down, and make sure my shoulder blades stay like that through the entire range of motion. A lot of people, what they do is as they press up, they bring the shoulders forward like this. You're gonna lose power that way. That is also dangerous on that joint, and you wanna make sure you're being most efficient and using your chest through the whole motion. That one's a little bit more advanced, but if you can pay attention to the fine details of your movement, you can master this craft, really focus on the muscles you wanna work, and really increase your bench press to that next level. I really hope you guys enjoyed those tips. I take all your comments to heart, so let me know if you guys like them, what you didn't, and I'll do everything I can to bring you the information that you guys want to see. With that said, the next step into things is programming, and how to program the sets and reps and rest time and progression schemes to that. But that's going to be coming out next week with Rashawn, so I'm super stoked to get that. Try and implement those tips into your workouts, and then let me know how they all go. Hope you guys enjoyed that video, but 1 second guys, I'm heading over to Vegas this weekend to coach my client and good friend Evo Fit. He's going to be competing in the transformation class. Used to be over 100 or 300 pounds, and he actually got so shredded for the show, and I'm super stoked to see him compete and be there for that. So I'll be vlogging there, so make sure to stay tuned, subscribe if you're not part of the team, and I'll see you guys in Vegas.